Okay. I want to make that point about Magicite, though, before we, like, stray too far from it. So the developer had a new idea for a game, and then just said, alright, I'm done with Magicite, before anything, like, even
people
works.
Just do that.
And
wasn't there was a game where, like, they decided to just quit the, I think it might have been Towns, actually, where it was an early access, and they eventually said, fuck it. And then they were like, oh, wait, I'll fix it in the sequel. And he's, like, abandoned the first game that didn't even get finished, then started making the sequel. Oh, it was Cube World, I think.
No, it's not Cube World.
Was it Towns?
Cube World just went dark. It is Towns versus Towns 2.
Cube World was one of the handful of ones that actually interested me. I kickstarted one game and then I stopped because I'm like, well, this was a bummer.
Yeah, the problem with Cube World is it had so much potential, and what's his face just never. Like, when was the last
are we doing Cursed Talismans yet? Next?
Yeah, either that or we could go bomb stuff. What do you want to do?
'Cause I need to like head there in advance to be there when you guys get there.
Whoa!
Right.
Wait,
Well,
Carl, where are you going?
Chelle hopped off. Come on,
the only
Chelle.
game I ever
Only because there's
kickstarted.
something back there.
Oh god, what was it called? It was like an RTS Minecraft.
Oh, weird.
I'm trying to remember what it's called now. God damn it. Now I can't do it. I have it on Steam and everything. Like, it was a top-down game where you would order people around and, like, you would tell them to build structures like a brick at a time, like you would in Minecraft. But you could, like, micromanage a bunch of different people. Like, one person, you have little people like that were like gathering resources and mining on one side, and other people are building, and like everything's on floating islands. So if you keep mining, you'll actually like fall through the bottom.
That's
You
kind
have
of
to like
cool.
you have to build bridges from one to the other. Yeah, it sounds really cool on paper. Then I installed it. And I literally couldn't figure out how to make someone move on the screen, and then I stopped playing.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm trying to look at Cube World, and there's just nothing on like when it was last updated.
And I just had my rude awakening too of like, oh wow, I kickstart this now, and I'll be able to get in on the alpha in this month, like they say. The alpha started like 8 months later than they said it would, and the game's still not done. And it's been years now, I think.
Oh man.
And I'm
All
like,
right.
yeah, this is eye-opening for this whole Kickstarter and early access
Wow,
thing.
them again. Ah.
Yeah, but you actually have a group of
I
people.
think that these wolves are mad at me. There we go. Sucks,
Okay.
Sucks to be you guys. I had Bladed Flurry on.
So,
That dog just dropped a talisman.
the last time Cube World was updated was
1972.
July.
I was way off.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's not too bad.
it's 6 months, 7 months now between development.
Yeah, one of the only early access games I featured on my channel is Dungeon Dashers, and I think it went a solid 8 months without adding anything to it. And then
Yeah.
they're like, all right, here's a few more levels.
And then they sold it for $2 a month ago.
Did they really?
Yep. So I have a
$2?
copy
What?
for whenever they add multiplayer. If they
That
add
is a
multiplayer.
genuinely fun. That is a genuinely fun game too.
I
It's just like, all right, I'll be okay with getting a new map to play every few weeks or something. That's not what happened.
yeah.
It's just months and months of silence, and I'm like, they're just new maps. Like, you have the tile set done. Why aren't you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you making new?
Well,
maps?
he's a student, so my bet is he just let it go by the wayside.
Not enough
because-
money from that Rooster Teeth promo.
Yeah. Oh, he did a Rooster Teeth promo?
No, Rooster Teeth played it on their channel.
I mean, even then.
One of Bernie's game time episodes where he just gets a random staff member of Rooster Teeth and talks to them with them for an hour while playing some game he chose. So they were
Kinda
playing.
interesting.
He was interviewing Barbara, and they were playing Dungeon Dashers. And that game is a fun game that
It's
needs
like-
to get finished.
I will admit, there are some games that I think do belong on early access because it's fun that they're on early access. Like, Kerbal Space Program, I think, is far more interesting because it's in early access than because it's Kerbal Space Program, if that makes sense.
Things have also gotten weird because how do you define a game even being done anymore?
It's true. And
Like when Minecraft launched, it was like, kind of like, they added a dragon. I guess that means it's done now. Like,
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Well,
that.
they added an end. I mean,
I remember hearing the point being made that early access game is actually harming the games because people see them in an unfinished state, and then their
Absolutely.
expectations are lower than what the final product could be.
Yeah,
But they make assumptions based on it.
It truly depends on like what the game is. I mentioned Tower of Guns earlier, and so everybody got in on it at the earliest alpha when it was kind of sparse, like there were only X numbers of levels. And so when the game kind of came out, it was more of a half-hearted reaction because a lot of people had already played it. So there wasn't the whole like YouTuber, like, oh man, X game is finally out, let's go play it.
There wasn't the grand release.
Yeah.
Too, right.
Oh, yeah, I played Daisy and Rust, and like when those are finally quote-unquote done, if that ever happens, which it may never happen, I don't know if I'll be like interested in going back to them because I'm like I
won't.
Already am just kind of done with those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their
cares
inability to entertain.
Would it almost be
okay.
like someone playing through an entire game in its early stages and then being like, I don't need to play this again? Like, if someone just happened to play through a beta of something.
Imagine if you were playing Banjo-Kazooie and you had the first 5 levels and it was missing like half of the attack. So all Banjo could do was like jump, fly, and punch things. Couldn't even do any of the like fun
I love Kazooie.
beak attacks or anything like that. Like, you really wouldn't want to go...
The puzzle piece guys.
You really wouldn't want to go back through and
about, like,
replay.
Mumbo?
Iggy, Jiggy Wiggy. The great.
Oh, the little, yeah.
It caused us to get extraordinarily off track.
It's the best game ever, Wander.
It's
It's
true.
the best game ever made.
I need to go back and... We need to go back and actually redo that series, Chelle.
I know, that was back when you could barely record things and we didn't have a good microphone.
Yeah,
at
we
the
didn't
time.
have a microphone.
Whoa.
We had my laptop microphone. Yeah. I have one series that is pretty much unwatchable.
Probably still sounds better than early sad games.
Yeah, sure. I was actually...
Mistakes.
I was very specific about still trying to do, like, noise removal and stuff. It just... Well...
We didn't even have editing.
Oh. Yeah, see,
You were lucky
I would
if our
edit
videos were in sync.
everything.
They should re-release Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie for the 3DS.
They should
That'd
make
be nice.
They
Banjo
can't.
3 and
Oh, right, because
not
it's not...
make it shit.
Does it belong to Xbox now or something?
Yeah,
It's
Microsoft owns it.
rareware.
Yeah.
It is, but they do have
They
re-released-
Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on 360. So
Oh,
They released
do.
both of them in 1080.
Yeah,
That's
they
nice.
are
Still old ass
kind of
graphics, but it's like sharp.
yeah, they are kind
It's
of
like
trying to reboot the series. Like Grant Kirkhope had a thing where they're going to make a game.
Sharp is no joke. Like X64 is the blurriest console of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Didn't they make some sort of spin-off game where everyone's like, let's build a racing car?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's nuts
it was
and
called
bolts.
Abortion Deluxe.
There aren't a whole lot of ways to alienate your entire fan base. That was
It was the
one of them.
it was, and I'm not even joking about Abortion Deluxe. I mean, like it was like the equivalent of like blended baby parts seeping out of a vagina.
Not
That
really.
was
It was-
Banjo-Kazooie 3.
the only thing that was frustrating about it was that they focused too much on the car mechanic, but then they also expected like somehow that you would have this sense of desire to go adventuring through these huge worlds with
That
your
had
car.
nothing in them.
Yeah, that
And
had
the,
nothing
and the car
in them.
mechanics were awful and basically the entire game.
Yeah.
Which like
If-
literally 3 seconds of that game, it's like, all right, this is no longer Banjo-Kazooie.
I absolutely love the dark humor of those too. Like the Jinjos. Remember when one of them just had their house bowled over? And they're like, Jinjo! And
Okay.
Kazooie would always make her, sarcastic remarks. I just love that. Banjo, just, what are you doing, Kazooie? It's funny. All those, I love the sound effects for those voices.
They're great.
Well, that was all done by a guy.
You can immediately
Really, one
remember.
person?
You can
Yeah,
immediately
most
remember
of
the
them.
sound
Yeah,
of every
90%
move in
of the
your
sound
head.
effects are just Grant Kirkhope doing something with his voice.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't really have a budget at Rare,
Yeah.
so it was just kind of like, it's cheaper just have this guy
Of course
like
not. They're a
talk
company
silly
that made
into
a
microphone.
multiplayer mode for a game on accident.
Well, it was again. It was
Which
just
game?
it was a thing that they made
I
in their
really
free
liked
time.
the shooter part of Banjo-Tooie.
No, I mean, I'm talking about the multiplayer mode that they just like haphazardly just sort of slopped onto GoldenEye when it became one of the most iconic and memorable things of all time.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I don't think iconic is a way to put it, since it literally redefined first-person shooting
That's
multiplayer.
like what the word iconic means.
My brother liked hiding in the toilet stalls
Not
and,
really.
you know,
I wouldn't call it
shooting
iconic.
people.
It just was this incredibly memorable thing that stood out, and is the thing that everyone talks about.
Personally, I hated it, but that's
something
because
else.
nobody ever taught me how to play, and they just run, grab the golden gun, and shoot me.
Also, it's bad.
Yeah.
Even at the time, it was bad if you ever played a shooter before, which no one had because no one had PC games.
Yeah.
Greetings.
What?
But if you
I
had
had PC games.
Quake 3 come out at about the same time?
Probably, I don't know. But if you had PC games back then you were like, I play games with a mouse. I'm not an idiot. And
Yeah,
then you were-
I had been playing Chex Quest, so I never
played Myst,
I never
which
really
doesn't
enjoyed.
really count
Text Quest. Yeah, that was a good
for
one.
mouse
Dude, I want to do a
games.
series on that at some point. It has
You have a
multiplayer
full-
apparently.
Do you have it for CD? Yeah, it came on CD, didn't it?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play fourth grade
Though
adventure.
they have Chex Quest 2 and 3 for free on the developer's website.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Light bless you.
I might have to go back and do that. I was a boss at that game. I remember beating it a couple of times.
I was bad at it just because I don't know, was not particularly careful, but I always loved just putting it on the easiest difficulty and running around turbo sporking people.
Are you guys on the bombing mission right now?
Yeah, we're heading up there.
Okay.
Then
Oh,
I guess
wait.
it's a little different when you consider like it's just
Bombing
a
mission's right
reskinning
there.
of
No,
like,
we are on the
Doom and
bombing
shit.
mission. Whoops. I was
So-
not paying attention.
I found it on accident. Yeah, I'm gonna bomb some dirty ragheads. What I call
They're just
orcs.
peons.
I learned what did I learn that word. I learned the word peon from Dynasty Warriors.
Really?
Once upon a
Yeah,
time,
because that's what they call the people who aren't like the cool dressed up
all the
characters.
nameless
They're just,
assholes
like, peons.
that look like peasants. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So all the
Well,
guys
because they
that I
were
just...
peasants. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just drafted into the military.
Like once upon a time, that game still didn't have that many units on screen, so they would actually name the generic assholes that were around. Like all the peons actually had peon above their head with a health bar, because they didn't have 50 billion people on screen at that point in the series, so they could actually still afford to have health bars for everybody. Now it would just be like, this screen is literally going to kill me. It would look like
probably-
a Daft Punk concert or something.
More or less kill your system memory.
Yeah. Which is basically the job of every single game in that series.
See how much they could push a system till it breaks.
Through inefficiencies.
Well, they don't. Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a good budget.
Nope. That's why they have
They
to. That's why they
they
have
make
to.
jack
What you
shit.
call it? Enter or whatever over and over again.
Well, I mean, they do sell that company tends to sell a lot of DLC just because they don't make a lot of return from their investments.
Hi.
Oh yeah, they have a horrifying amount of costume and music DLC. Level 60.
Greetings. Be
I
careful.
did it.
Yeah.
Now I can go learn flying when I get back.
Chelle, how close are you?
To 60?
Yeah.
I still have about 3/4 of the way to go.
Ah, nuts. I was hoping
Are
we
you-
could do a very quick Hellfire Ramparts tonight, but I guess I'll have to wait for the next session.
Are you going to? Where are you guys going right now? Honor hold? Or
No,
something else?
if you talk to the person next to the Griffin, they will fly you up to the
Oh.
other bombing
Better
run
point.
area.
Okay. I saw you flying, but I thought it was just you flying because of your bullshit superpowers.
No, I don't have this Griffin, actually. I don't like the red one. I don't actually like the Griffins.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't like the Chimera, either.
Didn't realize you were racist.
Yeah, absolutely.
As the person... I didn't realize you were racist as the person I am, who just said the word raghead in an attempt to do a joke that he quickly aborted.
I don't know. I don't want to think about that right now.
Gotta commit to mistakes because I don't edit
What?
these.
Racism or abortion?
I was more thinking about...
The abortion one was pretty bad.
Drip,
Yeah.
dripping baby parts.
There are multiple things I don't want to get into right now.
Baby parts.
I would rather talk about, like, game drama and game politics,
So
because you know what?
So
We
what
can
do you want to
insult
say
people.
about gun control today, Wander?
I mean...
Great to meet you. Watch your back.
Yeah, I try not to be super political on these things.
What's trending on Twitter that pisses people off today? Let's say all those things.
I
Muslim.
guess we did at least talk about Gamersgate
Oh,
for
you
a
mean
little
France? Oh,
We,
that was
yeah,
so...
we had a social justice warrior conversation.
while. Yeah, though I think our videos came out way after the fact, so nobody really gives a shit anymore. But
is that over now? I can't keep track.
What's
I
over?
think so.
Mainly because I'm trying not to engage.
I haven't seen the developers of Vlambeer say anything, and they're usually pretty vocal about that kind of shit. So I'm gonna go with
the people
probably.
in Gamersgate can't even tell me which side is saying what thing.
Well, that's because
It's so
it was
confusing.
it was like 7 different groups trying to unify under 2 different banners, and it was not good.
Also about a topic that means little to anybody. Just like,
Yes.
it's just, it means nothing, and it will change nothing, and literally nothing will change from
We
their
should all fly out
arguments.
at the same time just so it goes faster.
The
What do
abyssal
I
shelf?
do? What do I do?
Abyssal Shelf. Just talk to the lady.
Oh, that's
And we're
Okay.
going to the Abyssal
Okay.
Shelf.
In
3, 2, 1.
1.
Also, it
Where you
looks
guys
cooler.
going?
Because
Hey, look,
there's...
we look pretty evenly spaced, don't we?
I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, I think. but
yeah,
apart
you
from
guys
that, we're
are a
good.
little bit ahead.
It's Shell's a
The fuck?
tailgater.
Where
Joke's
you
on
guys
you when this
going?
thing poops. Oh, you're right. You're right in there too.
Anymore. Oh, no.
Wait, are you guys doing the flyover
What?
mission?
You keep getting further
Yeah, we're doing
away
the
and
Abyssal
closer
Shelf.
over and over again. It's looking
Oh,
a little
okay.
too like questionable, like furry things.
Hey, Keith,
In
when
and
are you
out.
finishing editing that
And
video?
In and out. I need to start.
God damn it.
I'll do that tonight.
Sad video?
I did not have time. The last few days I was
Bombs
working.
away. Come on, guys.
Things did not go ideally. But yeah, we played like 80 minutes of My Little Pony games.
Oh, so you have to
Yeah.
edit that down.
Yeah.
Have
No,
fun.
it's more or less just
More like-
kind of chopping out the parts that we
Yeah,
were
it's like a
playing in.
continuous recording of the
So,
entire
Yeah.
so
screen's
my
display.
my kind of editing.
Well, yeah, that and also like resizing to fit the windows of the various Flash games.
Oh right, Flash games.
Yeah,
we were
because
just
there
playing a
wasn't like
browser.
actual. we
You hook
couldn't
up the
find an
Hauppauge
actual
to just
fucking
record the
game.
entire screen.
Yeah.
Fun fact: there is no My Little Pony game for any console.
Yeah, that was weird.
Really?
That's
Yes.
really interesting.
Specifically, no My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there.
Well, wait a
there
minute,
is
wait,
an
wait.
old school. There's an old school '90s My Little Pony game for the,
Like the old,
Game Boy and the DS.
the old creepy My Little Pony that looked too much like actual horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear there's a My Little Pony game for some of the Game Boy games.
Yeah, there was old My Little Pony games. There's apparently, as far as we could find, though, there's no console-based or handheld or PC versions of anything for any of the current My Little Pony games, though. Just Flash games and like some phone games,
That's
Like-
really interesting.
like the type of games where you're like, I'm gonna build a town with bullshit, I guess.
Well, it's cheap to make. It's easy to make money from. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at it realistically, it's like, who the fuck cares about My Little Pony? And if they do
I'm
care,
I'm
they're not going to
surprised-
invest.
I'm
like,
surprised that there's no My
$60.
Little Pony game, but there is a whole bunch of Adventure Time games.
Adventure Time, yeah. I've never
Yeah, but
played any of
that's-
them, but
I mean, it's
Like-
not like they do successfully in the market.
Yeah, but they
I
keep
mean,
making them. Like, I'm just surprised that that's the company that get that cartoon gets games, but no one
That's-
makes My Little
That's
Pony
what
games.
you get when you have a company like Cartoon Network behind you.
Oh yeah, My Little Pony isn't a Cartoon Network, are they?
No, My
They're
Little Pony's like,
Hasbro.
well, it's Hasbro, but it's aired on like some bullshit channel no one
Disney
watches.
Disney Channel 3.
No.
I don't know.
It's
I heard
not
the
Disney.
channel. I thought that show was doing well.
The show does
Friendship is
well, but the
Magic?
channel,
Yeah.
but
They
the
keep
channel
making
that it's
crazy spin-off shows and movies and shit.
yeah, but the problem is the channel that it's attached to doesn't have the power to actually like make a game out of anything. They just like, we can keep airing shit, but they don't have like any commercial success to like actually do anything with their profits. It's just kind of
Like-
like it keeps them afloat.
Like, that's the series that's already so far up its own ass that they already have, like, this is the one where they're not ponies. Is like a thing
Yeah.
that happened.
I,
Like, now they're just
well,
girls that are themed
I think
after
that was only a
Equestrian
movie,
Heroes.
but still.
Which is like,
Yeah.
it's like when they have that anime where, like, there's all these girls going to a school and they all represent different Sega consoles.
What?
Oh please, Keith, you have no idea what
Really?
the fuck you're talking about.
Like, that's like the equivalent of My Little Pony, like, but now they're all women.
There's
Yeah,
an
there's-
anime coming out. There's an anime coming out this season where it's a school full of girls
Oh, yeah, we
and
didn't
all
time
the
that.
girls all the girls represent
well-
different types of Japanese naval ships.
We're going back to Honor Hold, right,
Really?
Keith?
Yes.
Or did you do the Abyssal Shelf again?
I don't remember. Well, I don't know what I did just now, actually.
Because I'm going elsewhere, apparently.
I thought I thought I clicked on someone who had a quest marker, but I may have blindly
Well, I'm
clicked
going
on
to
Abyssal
Honor
Shelf again.
Point. Worst comes to worst. Well, Keith, you might be going to the same spot as me.
I think we're both going to Honor Point right now.
Okay,
I'm just
that's
flying
good.
there because the game flies me there because I don't have a flying mount.
It's just you and I took wildly different paths to get here.
Aren't you manually flying?
No.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Yes.
No, Keith, you're doing the bombing mission again.
Oh, okay, cool.
What was with the?
I'm level 60 now, so now I get to have fun.
Oh, you can go by flying too.
Well,
I was thinking of Megatron
I
there.
get Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, Megatron?
Yeah, Megatron from Beast Wars. Woo.
I get Cloak and Dagger so that
Megatron
I ambush,
from Beast
Garrote, and
Wars. Okay, that
Cheap
makes more
Shot
sense.
teleport
Like,
to people.
Oh. Oh.
Now I can
Wow, that
actually
is-
use stealth openers in the context of dumb multiplayer questing.
That is
It's funny
actually.
how we're having
I have a
cross
40 yards
conversations.
teleport. Because
Have you
our
ever
conversation's
seen
better.
all of Beast Wars?
Of course, I have all the seasons on DVD and
I do
Beast
too.
Machines.
Yep, I have all of them.
Yeah, Carl and I actually watched through the whole series because I made him.
I love that series. That's
I know.
So great.
Optimus Prime and his shapely ass.
What, as a gorilla?
hey,
or
hey.
wait, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about
He
Optimus
had
Prime?
such a carefully
or are you talking
formed
about like
ass
Optimus
that
Prime?
someone
It's
had to
true.
animate.
It was
Second.
very disconcerting. So, should we just start with Adam? No, we should probably wait.
Wait, what are we
would you
starting?
do if I quested out of tune? Wait,
Well, I guess I will just
Damn it,
soothe
I hate
your
myself.
ass. Oh,
I just-
you're an invalid target. I guess I can't soothe you.
no,
Yeah.
I deleted that email.
I'll say the only thing I didn't like about Beast Wars was like near the end where everything kind of just got a little too clusterfuck.
Oh well, I
I
didn't like how the fact that they're
hate
just
that it's
reading from
90s
this book,
animation.
and they're just like, you know, this is the prophecy, and it's like, wait, but I thought that this was just the arc, and you know, nothing was foretold. It was just, hey, we got to save this thing, or else the future of, you know, the Autobots is in jeopardy.
I don't know if I can remember any plot line whatsoever from that entire storyline
The main
of
plot
the
was that
show.
the main plot was that they came to Earth in search of or they came to Earth on accident.
Yeah, it was by accident, but they didn't realize it was Earth until the end of the first season because there were 2 moons, and one was actually an alien superweapon.
Right.
And then it blew up. And they're like, oh yeah, there's 1 moon, and there's Stonehenge.
Did they?
Ish.
Did,
And there's
did-
also dinosaurs and humans. That I don't know why we didn't think of that part first.
Wow, this
The,
flight path
the
was way
prehistoric
shorter.
humans were like 3rd season, I think. Yes.
Was
Third
it? I thought they
season.
ran in. I thought it like the bots ran into them when they were going around searching for shit to become.
No, I think they only met
I
the
punched you.
proto-humans 3rd season.
It's
'Cause that's when
accurate.
Dinobot died. Aww.
His
Or
name was
it
the first
Dinobot.
time?
Was his name really Dinobot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinobot. Oh, children's cartoons.
Optimus Primal.
I used to.
Yeah.
I think I used to watch a double feature that was like, it was Beast Wars and Roughnecks, because that was when it was okay to make a children's cartoon out of fucking Starship Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Roughnecks, move out!
There was also
Well, okay.
Stargate Infinity. Yeah.
Oh, Stargate's good.
But the animated show?
Not that one.
Oh, looks like Keith went ahead and started the quest
I saw
without.
Razor Saw. I'm like, that's a big monster. I wonder what happens when I assassinate him. I one-shot him.
Nice.
Right?
The central boss of the entire quest got killed in 1 hit.
I mean, he was never even an elite enemy of any variety.
But he's 2 levels higher than me, and he's like the
Yeah?
whole point of the quest, and I literally one-shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That was,
pretty easy.
that was great. Whee! I can teleport now.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm gonna have fun now or something.
What? Oh.
I'm a little
I just-
disappointed I don't have feral charge yet.
Uh-oh, that seemingly inanimate object is now angry at me.
You really
Why?
don't remember
Well,
like any of this shit.
Why
stuff.
must we fight, Canon Mark 1? I'm sure they won't iterate on your model at all and add more and more Roman numerals to your name.
I don't think they even iterate on the model. I think they just add Roman
No, they
numerals.
just add numbers to it.
Yeah.
This one's level 61. Whoa, that guy just took 3,100 damage. That would have one-shot anything.
That is a lot of damage.
That's so fun. This is our. We're gonna be so fast now.
So
every time you
just
aggro something, I'm just gonna stealth and one-shot it.
So you can just consistently use that on anything. Actually,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
the cannons.
It's not even a skill.
It's
It's just a passive. It's just a passive change to every stealth skill I have. Is that it teleports to people now?
Dear. Oh, but
Yeah.
you have to be stealth to use it.
Yeah, because they're stealth moves.
But
Okay.
so long as we're distracting them.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if that was like every attack, you'd essentially have just turned yourself into the monk from Diablo 3.
Which is exactly what I play as in Diablo 3.
I've never actually played as the monk character class.
Do you always play rogue types in games, Keith?
Often. Especially before in the past. More recently, I've been playing as spellcasters more commonly.
It's not uncommon to want to play as like the same character type over and over and over again, because of like how different character types appeal to a personality.
Yeah.
So
my thing is,
I like
I've
trying
been playing
different
more and more
things.
hard games lately, and so it's generally easier to play a hard game with spellcasting than it is to play a hard game with daggers.
Yeah, it's true. I've been playing Vigante, and like Chain Lightning trivializes 90% of content. Whereas, like,
I can't even imagine being able to beat Bound by Flame without magic.
Bound by Flame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we use magic much? I
No.
don't think so.
Well,
Not
you guys
at all.
played on you guys played on easy.
It's true. Shell hop on?
Not even normal.
Oh.
You said you bumped it down to easy mode.
Oh yeah.
That is not applicable to the topic of what
It's
is
true,
easy and hard
though-
in game balance at that
Wasn't
point.
it
I don't think games like Bound by Flame having like it be easy, hard, whatever is I set those on easy because the difficulty scaling really just determines how much damage you take.
Yeah.
Whereas for me,
on the higher difficulties, they made the game disgustingly hard for no reason.
yeah,
It's pointless and not fun in the slightest. Like, you can literally walk into a fight and get one shot. I'm like, why is this a game?
whereas for me, I
Like,
would prefer
you
to
made
play
this on purpose.
like if I want a challenge, I'd rather play something like Vigante or Dark Souls. Yeah. After Dark Souls, I don't want to play games on hard anymore because it just feels like this cheapened.
Because every other game's hard mode is shit.
Yeah, it's just like, well, you take more damage and may or may not instantly die from things.
But Dark Souls is just like, this game's well designed and creative and interesting.
Yeah.
And
Here, Shell,
challenges
hop
you
on.
by
There's-
by requiring you to pay attention to your surroundings and how you approach encounters. As opposed to every other Western RPG is, this room has 4 guys in it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do a lot of Sinister Strike on that asshole.
Like I
Well, that
honestly,
that was another bear.
yeah.
Did you get 3 cannons?
No.
Okay.
Did you
They-
leave without finishing?
Well, there's a different group of people there that had already killed all the cannons, so I just flew us over here.
Oh, there's another one over there. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there are multiple camps. Here. Shell, you want to hop back on? We're leaving
Sure.
already. This is a very poorly designed quest chain. Because
I
it's like,
one-shot that cannon.
go back to where you just were and go fight some more cannons.
Yeah.
Have fun.
That's
That's
why
not-
Guild Wars 2 did that whole do things in the general area and you instantly get rewarded.
I think that would be much better if it's like, here are like the 4 quests for this area, just go do them and maybe inflate them a little
What's
bit so you
baffling
spend more
to
time
me-
doing it.
What's baffling to me is when we were in the swampland area a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
And when you get to a later, if you keep following that quest line, eventually you actually go into like the outer area of the instance, like the temple down there, and they have a whole quest chain to assassinate a whole different series of targets, and you get reward. What it says is that you go kill this guy, this specific boss type dude. All right, you go kill him, and you get rewarded, and then it gives you the next quest. Like, you don't have to. It just happens right there in your interface immediately.
Yeah.
And that's like a
Shell,
regular
you
That's
got it
nice.
out of the way, right?
That happens every
Yeah.
now and then throughout this whole game. So I'm like, why isn't this just always happening?
Well, they didn't start adding quests like that until Wrath of the Lich King, and even then it wasn't until, like, even later content.
Return to the Abyssal Shelf. Is that just an endlessly repeatable
It's
quest?
endlessly repeatable and gives you nothing. It's just if you want to go do it again because it's
Oh, well,
quote-unquote
abandon
fun.
abandon that shit. Get off my screen. I gotta keep my fucking priorities straight, Blizzard.
Yeah, I was specifically not telling you about that one in hopes that you just do it 3 times in a row before realizing what you were doing.
No, I just accidentally clicked on it. I thought
Okay.
like when the option came to fly, there was 2 options right next to each other, and I just clicked too fast. I didn't even shoot anything. I just was flying.
Let's see,
I just waited it out.
Where is this dude? Oh,
The
there he is.
Annihilator.
Your reputation with honor hold increases by 250. Wow. You get so much rep now.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Like triple digits.
It is
Most
much
of it's
easier.
worthless though.
I
Yeah.
know, but it was always kind of worthless, but now you get it fast and all the time.
It's a lot
You used to have
easier
to-
if you want to go get like revered with Sporagar or something silly like that.
Absolutely. Or those assholes from like northern Kalimdor.
Yeah. Well,
Or those
yeah, I
probably
do
those
have-
centaur pricks that are rivals with each other.
in retrospect, probably should have waited for you, Keith.
Why are you scum?
I forgot
You know,
you
some
couldn't
of it-
fly. You're level
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. Well, you haven't given me an opportunity to go get it.
That's true.
I've
Well,
been barely keeping up because you can fly.
we're going to be stopping shortly anyway.
I don't like you anyway.
Oh, hey. Chelle's already in the process of killing the dude a second time for you.
Yay!
Yep.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to have to come up here and loot it, though.
I'm right here.
I have a golem.
I was touching you while you were saying you need to come up here. Like
Oh, I
physically
see.
making contact with your body.
And time to... Oh, can't bear about this to death.
That's what
Apparently
she
the-
said?
Something of grief.
A butt stamp!
Also, there should be a
Closing.
Burning Legion missive in your inventory from
Yep.
that as well. We all good?
There it is. Found it.
Alright.
We have to fly all the
yeah.
way back?
Yeah, we do.
Aw.
Did any of you guys set your Hearthstone there?
Nope. I
Wait,
didn't
you
even
could?
I didn't even see the location for it if there was one.
We have to go back to the inn anyway for a quest, so we might as well go there. Except for we have to go to the east
Wait,
first.
we have to go to the guy.
Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Tell me if you
What
need
is-
help, Keith.
Shit, we have another turn in.
Yeah, we have to go all the way
That's
back.
so far
Here,
from the direction I'm trying to go in.
I'm gonna go drop off Chelle and I'll come back and pick you up.
So
I'm
much
Taxi.
walking.
a ferry
That's-
service.
I know. I'm really happy you chose that map
Oh,
when you did the recruiter
stop.
friend stuff.
Yeah.
The reason why I was cursing a little bit earlier was that I checked my email and I read a comment. It was like, "Oh, I went from this many human effigies to this many human effigies. I hate Maldron." Talking about that guy from the second DLC. And then like literally as I was deleting it, I glanced at their name and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was someone that I know, but I couldn't. But I didn't. But like it was such an instant of like literally reading a text out, reading the information while it was being deleted that I don't know now. Now I'm like eager to check my
Whoa!
trash bin after this session's over to figure out whether or not someone I know is playing Dark Souls 2 right now.
If it
That is
was a prettier
bothering me.
game, I'd play it, but it's not.
It's so
I don't think you need a
good.
pickup, Keith. Here, hop on.
It's so good.
Hop on.
But it's ugly. And
Let me
everyone's-
do it.
Bitch,
Proning.
just hop on.
Let me do it.
You're slow.
No.
Oh gosh, he sounds like a toddler that's just like, no.
No. Let me do it. Look what I can do. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
No.
From Mad TV.
Nope.
That one
Nope.
like blondish brown-haired guy from Mad TV just had this thing. He had an ongoing character where he kept playing this like character that seemed to be like a 4-year-old, but he was obvious. So he was just doing like things that 4-year-olds do that were just really obnoxious and like awkward to deal with. But of course, he's like a 40-something-year-old
Wait, hold
man
on.
playing the character.
What are you
So it's
doing?
and he's dressed up for it and everything. So he's got like, I think he's got some blush on his cheeks and he's wearing like short shorts and like striped shirts and shit like that, and like overalls and things like that. And it's
Wait,
just
we don't-
so funny.
I'm
we
gonna.
don't
I'm
want to
gonna.
go to Shatterpoint.
You can take Shatterpoint back to.
I'm just going in a straight line.
What? Why couldn't you just fly me?
I wanted to see. Well, this is free, but I wanted to see if this was faster.
Do you believe that you can fly?
But it's not diagonal.
Wander, can you cross the sky?
Currently doing so, though the skyline isn't looking so great here.
I might beat you guys there at this point.
Yeah, you might actually.
I just went went
Yeah,
straight.
You ditched me. Right.
That's why I wanted to test this. I was curious.
I gotta say, if I was watching these episodes, the thing that would be the most startling to me if I was actually actively paying attention is just every time I open the map.
Why?
Like in one frame, the entire screen gets covered by a completely different image.
Oh yeah.
It's like a silent jump scare. Like it's very sudden. It's just this is now you're looking at something different. Whee! In an otherwise not edited series. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like Let's Play, where it's like every single 5 seconds it's a different point of view, so you're constantly jumping around, but you're just watching a werewolf slowly run through open areas, and then boom! I made a sound that time, so it was like a jump scare. That only works for the people watching my video. You guys, your videos, people left out. This woman is standing on a table. I'm glad that she's comfortable with who she is.
She doesn't need no chairs to be a woman.
She's just... When you get back to town, there's one person that's giving us a new quest that isn't someone we're turning into. She's just standing on the table. She's like, that's just who she is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there she is.
So weird looking.
And she's not a gnome or anyone that would require said
just
table?
normal ass human standing on the table. Not even in the middle of the table where it's safe, but like awkwardly floating on the edge of it, like she's not supposed to be there.
She might be bugged. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, we don't even want to do that one.
That's what makes it so great.
You're talking about the PvP lady, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, normally she's on the ground, but she moves around sometimes when they do the meteorites are falling.
Yeah.
So every so often she'll like get glitched out onto the table. It's a weird little fucking haphazard.
By the way, Wander, I saw Gremlins 2.
Oh.
It's very good. It's so good.
It is good?
It's so good.
Yeah.
I've never seen Gremlins. Good. Or Gremlins 2.
I always heard that it called the shitty sequel by people that I knew, but then the people that read their media was like I think someone even said that like it's their favorite sequel, so I'm like, okay, let's just watch this already, because like Gremlins is like one of my most beloved movies as a child. I just watched both back to back. They're so good.
Yeah.
Also really Gremlin.
Also like tonally consistent and full of jokes that refer to the first movie and stuff like that. Like it's a great sequel, and like I don't know what anyone was expecting otherwise, besides the fact that it's not Christmas, I guess.
That's it.
My favorite
no
moment.
No Christmas, no dice.
Don't forget to get the.
I was laughing so fucking hard in Gremlins 2 when the fucking girlfriend character just for no reason starts doing a monologue about her dark history. Like they're just blatantly making fun of the first movie at that point. I'm like, I love it.
Don't forget to get the quest at the second floor of the inn. There are 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got everything.
So you have digging for prayer beads and fell spirits?
Yep.
Do you know where to get the prayer beads
yes.
at? Yeah. Yeah, I know where to get everything.
There's so many quests. Yeah. Gremlins 2 is fucking great.
Gremlins 2 is actually the reason why I can't see Gremlins 1. Because
You've
I was
still never
watching...
seen it, huh?
Well, I've tried.
Oh, weird.
It just wasn't... It couldn't hold the candles, so I just got kind of pissed off trying to watch it.
Be well.
Because it ended up feeling more like survival horror / slasher type stuff.
It's weird because Gremlins 2 is specifically, like... It's going off the wall based on the first movie, so, like... You almost need the first movie to fully appreciate how fucking weird the second one is.
That's true.
What its like its source material is that it's riffing off of, because there's jokes that are literally making fun of scenes from the first movie. That's great.
It was interesting because I had some friends that had seen Aliens and then hadn't actually seen the original Alien, and a lot of them complained about the whole it feels so slow and
yeah, because it's a different genre.
Well, right, because the first one it's mostly just them talking.
Well, one's an actual horror movie and the other one's a sci-fi action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Where like neither's better or worse than the other one. They're just fundamentally different movies.
And then the fourth one's a comedy. Have all of you guys gotten the prayer beads?
And the fourth movie's hilarious.
Yep.
I
have the quest. I haven't done anything
prayer
yet.
beads are right behind the inn. It's a pile of dirt.
I was still running around grabbing things.
Yep.
Or you can pay a dog treats and he'll show you where it is.
Or I can strangle the mutt.
Puggy.
Yeah.
Pug.
Do for you.
Is it a poop chihuahua?
No, it's a pug.
No.
I do not like pugs.
Remember when we had a podcast?
Oh,
we should probably do another one of those.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it. This is the Draenei anal beads.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Probably
he needs them to exercise.
Draenei.
Don't judge him. He's
Anal
got weird life
exercises.
choices.
You just called gay people weird.
Yeah, well.
They're not
They're
normal,
queer.
so they're weird.
They're queer.
Whoa, wait.
Tumblr, get him.
aren't there a lot of straight people that use those too? Like, didn't the people
Yeah.
in
Even-
Computer Science House have them?
Even wears a dress.
So there was a dude who was my friend for like the first year of college, and then after that became
Oh yeah,
a
college
complete
stories
shit.
that are spurned by anal beads. We have great precedent for these.
Well, I don't know if he ever did this, but like he was going around asking people in his immediate vicinity that used the same bathroom as him if they would mind if he bought a butt plug and washed it in the sink of the communal bathroom.
That's fine. What's the big deal?
Because
Butt sink.
Yeah, I don't really want to like know that I don't want to walk in and see a dude washing his butt plug out, where I wash my hands to get them clean.
There's a difference between like, hey, can I buy a butt plug and wash it, and hey, can I take my butt plug and rub it on the faucet and everything? Like, he's not asking to like rub the shit all in your face. It's just like, can I just clean it here?
Why
just
is
seems
this Griffin vendor a Griffin?
What?
I don't know.
This Griffin vendor's... Oh, it's a person on a Griffin.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's
see
not-
them past
The Griffin isn't
head.
selling its own kind.
Well,
to you. He's not like a slave.
To be fair, it's a female dwarf lady, and you really can only see her head unless you move the camera around. And
Yeah.
if you've got the camera panned down, it truly does just look like a
It
griffin.
just looks like this head-bobbing Griffin was just going to sell me Griffins. I'm like, what?
Take my children. I don't want them.
me home tonight. How do I mount my Griffin?
You have to go
Did
into
your
the...
friend buy that butt plug?
I have to...
Or
I
did you
have
guys,
no
like-
idea. I
did you guys deny
stopped
him?
talking to him pretty
Was
much
it-
after that.
Oh, you're awful.
Not
I
because
mean,
of that, though.
yeah, there were many other reasons
But
why I
that's
stopped
how he
talking to
explained
him.
the story, and now he's a bad person.
Oh, he was not a nice dude. I just didn't realize it at first.
Most of the people in that place weren't
Did
nice.
he act like he had a stick up his ass?
Yes. Oh, yes. It was...
He was
Now
one
that
of
you
those-
mention it.
he
No
was one of those
regrets.
terrible people who was like one of those nice guy types. Oh, I definitely deserve to get in a girl's pants because I'm nice to her.
The
That's
dude,
absolutely true.
like,
That's
the
how math
dude
works.
ended our friendship because he didn't get a girl. And it was
What?
really shitty.
Was that your
Right.
obligation to get him a girl?
No.
Then
There was some, like, I don't know. It was weird. For some reason, he thought that Carl may have had a crush on her when he didn't.
Yeah.
I think
And stuff.
I think I could use help finding my flying mount mode.
Wow. Okay, go to the pony next to the dungeon manual and the freaky eye-looking thing.
Oh.
There you go.
It's in a weird pet menu. Okay.
Yeah. And then you have to switch over to mounts.
I was looking for it in class skills.
Wow, there are a lot of toys
That's
in this
a
game.
motorcycle.
I have a puntable marmot.
Oh, I have to be horde for the motorcycle. That's racist.
Guys, I can summon a puntable marmot.
Yay! I've got my it's my old
Aw.
flying mount. I got it back.
Poor marmot.
I get to have nostalgia now.
I
My
punted
Worgen's
it
face my Worgen's
into a
face
wall.
clips through the mount. I don't want a Griffin anymore. My
Wow,
Worgen's
yeah, that
face clips through the fucking Griffin.
How does that smell?
This is really embarrassing.
Here, let me.
It was
let
a
me-
different time
let
back
me
then.
adjust this a little bit.
Jesus. This is very Dragon Age, isn't it?
How you
The way that
feeling?
Dragon Age just does not optimize any of its animations for the sheer number of race and gender and like clothing options that it has. So everyone's clipping through their own clothes. So are we do Path
Yeah.
to Glory next?
Well, it's 11:53, so Shell's probably gonna have to go.
Yeah, I'll have to leave.
We
you
can
guys
probably
can do other things.
We can probably do Path of Glory before time runs out, but it would be tight. I think it'd be easier to
Fine.
just stop here.
I don't want to use my cool new flying mount anyway.
Don't forget
okay,
to
it's
dump
not-
yourself off in the inn, though.
Yep,
It's
I'm
not
in
as
the
cool
end.
as mine.
Take me home tonight.
Did you buy a mount, Andrew?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one?
Well, he did get that Ravagery
Shit,
thing,
tricked us.
right?
What?
Which one did you buy?
Well, they had like a holiday sale, so they were
Yeah, I
like,
saw.
oh, they're all. Yeah,
They're
so
all
I
you
bought
bought,
it.
you
10%
bought a
off.
money one.
Yeah, I bought a money one. Well, I bought 2 money ones technically, because one of them I donated to like the Ebola.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. Which
Yeah,
is
so I
the
was like-
flying mount you bought?
I
it
bought
was
the-
an Ebola
the-
mount?
No, yeah, it kind of looks like Ebola. It's like this nice.
It's a little
mean, it
goat.
kinda-
It's the
No,
Ravagery
it's
thing with the skull on it, right?
Look at little
Yeah.
goat.
It's like a disgusting little reaver, like a reaper-looking thing.
Hey,
Yeah, it looks like
Argy.
Ebola. And then my second one is the one I bought is a giant bat that has like
Oh, the
blood
Bloodwing.
coming out of its mouth.
The Alteric Brew Pup.
Beautiful.
You like to go to Brouhaha, pup? Ew, he drills everywhere. I don't want him.